Hunter Biden may be soon in a litigation with Melania Trump. How's that for a headline? Hunter Biden gave this interview to this Channel 5 YouTuber, and in it, he claimed as follows on August 5th, SOT 8.
Epstein introduced Melania to Trump. The connections are like so wide and deep. They knew each other well. They spent an enormous time together. According to his biographer, is that Jeffrey Epstein introduced Melania. That's how Melania and the First Lady and the President met.
Really?
Yeah.
Epstein made the intro.
Yeah, according to Michael Wolff.
Yeah.
And so I only can go by what people are saying, and I don't know.
Okay, so he cites Epstein's biographer, who is Michael Wolff, for his information. And sure enough, Michael Wolff, the month before, it was July, went on the Daily Beast podcast and said the following, SOT 9.
You know, she was very involved in this Epstein relationship. I mean, there is this model thing, but, you know, and Epstein talks about, you know, and she's introduced by a model agent, both of whom Trump and Epstein are involved with. She's introduced to Trump that way. Epstein knows her well. Epstein says the first time Donald Trump and Melania have sex is on his airplane.
So Melania Trump, through her lawyer, wrote Hunter Biden a nastygram, a legal nastygram, that says, I'm going to sue you for $1 billion unless you apologize for that. And it's retracted and removed, and that the error is acknowledged in as public a way as the offense was committed to begin with, saying your source for your false statements was serial fabulist Michael Wolff, whose lies were published by the Daily Beast in an article titled Melania Trump Very Involved in an Epstein Scandal. The Daily Beast, unfortunately for Hunter Biden, issued an apology to Melania Trump and retracted the false and defamatory statements immediately thereafter. That because clearly Melania's people had contacted them too. And so they did pull it, said they were sorry, and issued a retraction because they'd heard from Melania directly it's not true and this is made up, like a lot of things are by Michael Wolff. So now Hunter Biden's twisting in the wind because he's repeated the defamatory statement in a very public way on this YouTube show. And the ball's in his court. Well, he has responded, went back to the same place, and this interview was posted today. It was posted today. And here's what he said in SOT 7.
Fuck that. That's not going to happen. I think they're trying to use other things to distract. And I also think they're bullies, and they think that $1 billion is going to scare me.
Look at him. He's got all the confidence of a man who's been repeatedly protected by law enforcement his entire life. He's like, fuck that. No one can ever get me. I'm Hunter Biden. I get pardoned. I get DOJs running interference for me when the IRS has got me by the balls. I'm good. She can F off. So should she actually go ahead and file her lawsuit? I know I'm not asking you you're not a lawyer, but do you think it would be smart for her to get involved in what will essentially be a political battle as well as a legal one?
Yes. Yes, I will go to your punishment is the process argument from before. Yeah. Process is the punishment. I do think that it is worth it. I mean, look, you know, nobody wants their name in a headline with Jeffrey Epstein. It's not a good thing. So, I mean, it's a legitimately serious thing when you're taking you're making an argument that I don't even think Michael Wolff actually made, by the way. I mean, Wolff did say, again, Wolff has his own battles with the truth, as has been well covered. But like, even his claim was that they first had sex on the plane. It wasn't even that they were introduced by Epstein. He even said in the podcast, he just said that they were all in a kind of an area where they were all running in those circles with models, and he was introduced to Melania through a modeling agency. So it's not even clear that Hunter Biden's claim was accurate, even to what Michael Wolff said. Beyond that, it was broadcast on the Daily Beast. the fact that they retracted and apologized for something is maybe the biggest part of the story. Those people have absolutely no standards at all. I don't know that they've ever cared about a journalistic standard in their entire life. They must be scared of that lawsuit. I'll tell you that.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's a fascinating thing to watch, and to watch Hunter Biden come out. You're right. He's an entitled person. He believes he's going to be, I mean, look, he was actually pardoned by the president of the United States. He has some reason to believe he's going to survive every single thing that comes his way. But
can't be pardoned for future crimes.
Exactly. Not pardoned for future crimes and not pardoned for civil lawsuits. There's all sorts of ways that this could wind up burning him. And I think what's central to the Hunter Biden thing. Look, Hunter Biden's gone through some tough years, okay? We all kind of are aware of this. The past 10 to 15 years have not been exactly a fun time to be Hunter Biden, though he's had many, many parties in that time. They're not always resulting in fun. The one thing he has been praised for over the past 10 years has been this interview with this guy from Channel 5, Andrew Callahan. And he was praised by the left, the people that he wants to be praised by. He could be the new Joe Rogan, Megyn. Look at how he's just such a plain talker. He'll say anything. I really do think that reaction has incentivized him to go even farther. And you think about the way that, the internet works, clicks work, and money works, and donations work, and attention works. All those incentives point one direction. Keep saying it. Go farther. It's the Jasmine Crockett theory. The dumber and louder you are, the more attention that you get. And I think Hunter's falling into this. And when Donald Trump's on the other side of that, and his wife, who he's going to defend, and $1 billion lawsuit, I think this is a terrible mistake from a guy who's made many of them.
And it's knowable how they met. I mean, Melania Trump wrote a memoir in her self-titled book back in 2024, and she wrote as follows, that she met Trump at a September 1998 Fashion Week party at the Kit Kat Club in New York City. Quote, "I saw my friend wave at someone behind me. When I turned around, I noticed a man and an attractive blonde woman approaching us. 'Hi, I'm Donald Trump,' the man said when he reached my table. From the moment our conversation began, I was captivated by his charm and easygoing nature," she wrote, noting that their back and forth was a, quote, "refreshing departure from the usual superficial small talk and made her feel like, quote, the center of his world. I found myself drawn to his magnetic energy. And then he called me a 10. No, I made up that last line. That didn't happen.
I would have totally believed that, I will say. I would have believed it.
But that's the story. It's not Epstein introduced them. It's not Epstein, whatever. So we'll see. The ball's in her court now. And it's very, very hard for a public figure to recover for defamation, which is not a crime. It's a civil tort that you would sue for. But we'll see, because public figures, if they sue for defamation, have to be subjected to a deposition themselves. She will be cross-examined by Hunter Biden's lawyers, but she may be prepared to do all of that because just to make a point that you can't lie about her with impunity, and you certainly can't bring Jeffrey Epstein anywhere close to somebody like that and not expect them to rattle your cage a bit. So what do we think the effect of the sparring between President Donald Trump and the Fed is going to be? Can the Fed take the right action at the right time? Do we trust in that? Or are we going to be looking at a potential economic slowdown as they slow roll any of their moves as they worry about his tariffs? And what exactly does all of this mean for your savings? You might want to consider diversifying right about now with gold through Birch Gold Group. For decades, gold has been viewed as a safe haven in times of economic stagnation, global uncertainty, and high inflation. And Birch Gold makes it incredibly easy for you to diversify some of your savings into gold. If you have an IRA or old 401k, you can convert that into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold, or just buy some gold to keep it in your safe. First, get educated. Birch Gold will send you a free info kit on gold. Just text MK to the number 989898. Again, text MK to 989898, and you'll start the process of just getting the 411 on what it means to own gold. Consider diversifying a portion of your savings into gold. So if the Fed cannot stay ahead of the curve for the country, at least you can stay ahead of the curve for yourself. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.